countless autoimmune issues corrected, mood disorders, gut issues, pain, inflammation, things that people have dealt with for years in their lives are going away. What's going on, everyone? So on this video, we're gonna go over 4 main points that I wanna talk about as far as everything you know about the carnivore diet. So let's jump right into it. So point number 1, the carnivore diet is a ketogenic diet. It's actually a subset of ketogenic diets, meaning all ketogenic diets are not necessarily carnivore, but the carnivore diet is a ketogenic diet. Ketogenic diets are high in fat and they're low in carbohydrates. There's a whole slew of information out there on the web about what a ketogenic diet is, how to do it, everything about a ketogenic diet. But the main premise is you want to be eating 60 to 80% of your calories as fat, and maybe even more if it's more of a medically prescribed version. When you're in ketosis, meaning you're in a ketogenic diet, you're running on ketone bodies instead of sugar, glucose. Your body has less elevated insulin. Typically, it has a lot less insulin in general, and insulin is the hormone that signals to your body to start storing energy in the cells versus releasing fat reserves in your cells. So the ketogenic diet is very good in terms of losing fat, being metabolically efficient. There's more energy in a ketone when it's broken down by the sort of cellular respiration process, and there's less oxidative stress. So there is quite a bit of information as well on longevity and the benefits there. The second point is the diet is a nutrient-dense elimination diet. If you're familiar with the Whole30, it came out several years ago, and that diet was really popularized as an elimination diet. The idea with the elimination diet is that you're getting rid of all the things that could be triggering you, affecting you, not making you feel the best. And when you can eliminate these things and focus in on core pillars in your diet, you can optimize your feelings. The carnivore diet is very similar as well. It is an elimination diet. It focuses on animal foods and eliminating plant molecules. It's also quite nutrient dense, meaning the foods that you consume on this diet are extremely high in nutrients, complete essential amino acids, proteins, minerals, especially when you eat a nose to tail approach. That meaning that you're getting the organ meats as well as the muscle meats of the animal and the fats. The third thing you probably want to know about the carnivore diet is it targets the removal of plant molecules. Essentially, plants in general co-evolved with animals, but they develop their own defense mechanisms. They don't want to be eaten, and they defend themselves through different sort of mechanisms and chemistry that makes their predators sick if they consume them. Think about phytic acid, oxalates, lectins, glutens. A lot of these molecules can be mimicking the characteristics of hormones, disrupting human hormones. They can also bind to minerals and cause digestion issues for many people. More and more evidence is coming out that the absence of plant foods may be the ideal approach for people, especially if they're dealing with autoimmune, gut issues, inflammation. Animal foods also tend to be much more bioavailable. They do not require the conversion that many of the chemicals that you get, molecules that you get in a plant-based diet are going to require. The last point I want to make is that humans can thrive on this diet. Humans likely evolved as carnivores. That's the reason we actually got larger brains and developed smaller guts. We're seeing countless autoimmune issues corrected, mood disorders, gut issues, pain, inflammation, things that people have dealt with for years in their lives, if not decades of their lives, are going away. We're seeing stories on sites like Meat Heals that show people going into complete remission from long-standing disorders and diseases that they've been dealing with their entire lives without medication, through diet alone. And we know ketogenic diets have been successful at treating psychological disorders. As far back as the 20s and 30s, in the early 1900s, we were using them to treat epilepsy. They were affecting neurotransmitters in a positive way, allowing for the reduction or elimination of epileptic seizures. And again, because it's ketogenic, it's very metabolically efficient. It tends to burn fat as fuel, which gives people more stable energy and a more consistent overall experience within their metabolic cells in their body. So you made it this far. This is a short one, but I thought it was really good to put together. Thank you so much for watching. Hit that like button, subscribe, comment, let me know what you think you need to know about the carnivore diet. We covered the right topics. And until next time, keep getting healthy, and I will see you on the next video. cause digestive Animal foods also tend to be much more bioavailable